do something now, I look at it as, am I enjoying it? Am I having fun? Instead of saying, what am I going to get out of this? Like, what money am I going to earn from this? Or what reward is waiting for me at the end? I'm trying to just enjoy the ride and just have fun.
You're living in the moment versus living in the future.
Yeah. And welcome to the show. It's a new year, new you, new us. My name's Ashley.
My name's Steph, and this is Lumies Nation.
And today we're going to be talking about perfection and what that means to us. So keep watching and we'll dive right in.
I want y'all to know that this rock here was a millimeter off, and I pushed it to fix it and to make it kind of perfect. And then I was like, you know what?
See, I think it's perfect like that. Like, that looks perfect to me when the way you had it looked off. So, see?
You know what? You're right.
Perfection is opinion.
It's perfection is perception.
It is.
Oh!
What?
Girl.
See?
Girl.
See?
Girl.
Yeah, you know, who cares if it's not perfect? Because there's no such thing.
Exactly. Perfect is unobtainable. So striving for something that is impossible to reach is setting yourself up for incredible failure every single time.
Not only just failure, it puts you back. Like, I can't tell you how many times that I put something off and put something off and put something off because I wanted it to be perfect, and then like 5 years goes by and I'm like, why haven't I gotten it done?
What is wrong?
Yeah, and I'm, you know, it's terrible. It's a vicious cycle that you can pull yourself into. So get rid of the idea of perfection, because it doesn't exist, and everybody's idea of perfection is different. It'll never be the same.
So true. So true. Nothing's ever gonna be perfect. And you can't please everyone, you know? So like, you may get it to the point where you think it's amazing, like a song or a book or whatever. And how long did that take you, right? And then you release it and it's not gonna sit right with someone. So it's like, you do have to please yourself. That's very important. But get it to the point where it's good enough.
Exactly.
Good enough.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good enough is obtainable.
Yeah.
Perfection is not obtainable. So, wow, I love that.
And I feel like that's, you know, I feel like it's a whole nother topic in itself, because what is good enough for somebody, you know? Like, I feel like that's something that you could struggle with as well, is finding out where that point of good enough is.
Where that line draws for you. Okay. Wow. You know, that's interesting you say that, because this last year has been about me learning when good enough is for me, right? Like figuring out where I'm at the point where I've spent enough time on something, and if it's perfect, right? But I'm like, well, I still really like it and I love it. And I'm at that point with a couple of songs, yet still I'm afraid to listen to the mixes. My engineer sent them to me and I'm like, yeah, I'll do them. And like, I really will. Like, I've been sick, honestly, but also I definitely have been watching some Netflix when I could be in my studio calibrating the sound system so I can listen to the mix. And I'm not, because I'm scared that there's going to be something wrong with it. And then, but what's wrong with something being wrong with it or off? You know, it's good enough.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm just going to like be like, let's do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to listen to the mix and I don't care, unless it's something that like is crazy noticeable. It's good enough. So
yeah, and another thing is like, do you like every single song out there?
No. But also, I love songs that aren't perfect. And I love when I see, you ever been at a concert and you're feeling the artist and they're just singing, you're riding that wave with them. And then they mess up for a second and they giggle and laugh and get back to the song. You experience the mess up with them and see them get back into alignment, and you're with them. But imagine if they were just perfect the whole time. It'd be like, you know what I mean?
And you honestly,
unhuman.
honestly, yeah, I know people like mess up during concerts and stuff and like during speeches, but 95% of the time, maybe because I'm not an artist, I don't even notice.
Well,
I don't even notice.
There's that.
I'm just like, yeah, you rock Taylor Swift or whoever I'm watching.
Yeah, this is so true. I notice it, but at the same time, it almost makes me love the artist more.
So I guess for you, I want to ask, since, you know, you've been struggling with what's okay to pass out and what you want to keep, where do you determine what's good enough for you?
Ooh.
Like what, or can you make a standard and recommend it, or?
Yes. Here's the thing, is I recognized that in my music when I was listening back to it, I was looking for what I could fix, right? Because your engineer is sending you mixes, or whoever it is, your editor, whatever you're doing, and I'm looking for what needs to be fixed, because that's the point of us doing this. Instead of just sitting back in my chair and listening to it like a consumer.
Yeah.
And if anything jumps out, that's what I'll take note of. But other than that, it's like changing the way that you're looking at your own work, right? Mm-hmm. And I think the best way that you can do this is take a break from it when you're done working on it, whatever your work is. Give it some time, like maybe a day or two, come back to it, and then read or listen or watch whatever your material is like a consumer.
That's a good point.
Not a producer, because you will be looking for what it needs or what it doesn't have. And that's not how everybody else is going to be listening to it. They're just going to be absorbing it for what it is.
That's true.
So I think when you get to the point where, but you have to go into it with a consumer mindset, when you get to the point where it gives you chills, or you smile and laugh at your own material, or you're proud, you get chills, and you laugh, or you look at the thing that you'd edited and you're like, this is great.
Yeah.
That's when it's good enough, because that's how people are going to receive it.
I can't tell you how many times just even editing like the videos for this, or like my makeup videos, where I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is terrible. Like, I'm just like pointing out every little detail that I don't like about it, instead of looking at it and saying, wow, I did this really great, or I did that really great. I think it's turning your attention away from what you dislike to turning your attention towards what you do like and what you do appreciate about your work and what makes it special to you.
Wow. Yeah, I love that. It's hard because our job is to make things better. We always want to be creators. So when we're going into it, it's like, it's hard to say we're done, because the truth is nothing that we work on is ever really finished. You could always add something more to it. It could always have one more word more, but will it really change it that much, right? So
I don't think so.
Exactly. So it's like, at that point, you got to start. Another thing that I do is I think about all the energy I'm wasting on, not wasting, but spending on that thing that I could be spending on another project. And it's like, I want to, keep going. And
I guess another topic that I wanted to bring up is, why do we feel this pressure of perfection and to make everything so perfect? Like, is it your family? Is it your friends? Is it yourself? Like, what causes that?
Ooh, you want to answer this one?
Yeah, I can go for me.
Okay, tell me what it is.
Man, I guess it really depends on what aspect of my life that we're talking about, whether it was me previously getting into the medical field, or now me getting into real estate. I think my pressure to perfection was comparing myself to other people. And maybe that stemmed from, the medical field is very competitive. You always feel like the people you're in class with are your competitors. Who's doing the best on the test, who's scoring the highest on the MCAT.
Yeah.
And my idea of perfection came from comparison.
Ooh.
Am I measuring up to my competition?
Ooh.
And I never really felt like I was there, so I would keep going and keep going and keep trying to perfect it, when really I needed to be looking inward.
And then you apply that mindset to everything else in your life, your relationships, your self-worth, your looks,
how you dress, everything. Your hair,
wow.
The mascara,
your eyelashes,
the
lash game.
It gets intense. Is my lip liner on fleek?
Wow. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's so true. I think a little bit for me in music is that I was surrounded by everybody who was all still trying to do it, and everybody's music is so different.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like appreciative of other people's art. I never felt like I needed to be competitive.
Okay.
The only person I was competitive with was like Beyonce, because they were my idols. I wanted to be as good as them. I was not competitive, but comparing to them.
Yeah.
So
you're reaching for the stars, You're
literally.
hoping to land stars. On the moon.
Exactly. But I've slowly learned that just being better than I was a year ago, it's hit me some nights. I'll be singing, and I'll be in the shower singing, and I'm like, wow, a year ago I didn't have that vocal ability. And I'm like, I'm proud of myself. You know what I mean? So I've started to find happiness in recognizing how far I've come.
Yeah.
And not really comparing anymore. But if you're in the medical field, you have to, because that's how you graduate. That's how you get accepted in the medical school. That's how you get the residency. You have to compare.
I know. And I'm not like knocking anyone for having that point of view, or, you know, because, you know, sometimes you just got to do what you have to do. But it did give me kind of a setback. It kind of set me back in other areas of my life because of it. But to get over that and to compensate for it, I look more inwards. Like when I do something now, I look at it as, am I enjoying it? Am I having fun? Instead of saying, what am I going to get out of this? Like, what money am I going to earn from this? Or what reward is waiting for me at the end? I'm trying to just enjoy the ride and just have fun.
You're living in the moment versus living in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's kind of like that quote. I think it was Gandhi or someone who said it, but they said, if you're living in the past, you're living regretful. If you're living in the future, you're living in anxiety. And if you're living in the present, you are living in peace. And that's what I've been trying to strive for.
That's going to be our quote for the video. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that quote.
It's funny to me how smart people were back then. Like, they got it. Before cell phones, before social media, they got it. And we're still applying these concepts now and finding them and proving them to be even more true. And we need them now more than ever, I think, especially with social media.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And that's crazy to me that they got it. What? How old is Gandhi? He died.
Oh, gosh. Don't quiz me on history. I was not good at history.
Let me Google it. Yeah. Wow.
So it's just living in the present moment, not comparing myself to others. I mean, I still have my moments where I go on Facebook or Instagram and I start looking at the highs of others, you know? And that's something that I think a lot of people miss too, is a lot of social media, it's people's highs. Every single day isn't like that. They're highlights of everybody's highs. So true. You shouldn't feel bad if your every single day isn't like surfing in Malibu or getting on your flight to Europe, because they're highlights.
Yeah, that's true. And even people will still post on their feed things they did weeks ago and be like, wishing I was still there, just to keep like relevant. But when you're going through their pictures, it looks like they're doing all these things still. Yeah. If you're not reading the captions, and it can be intimidating looking at someone weeks back. You're like, damn, their life is thriving.
Oh yeah, I can't tell you, it's a vicious cycle. Yeah. Like sometimes I just get so sad looking at it, and I'm just being honest. Yeah. And I'm just like, man, what am I doing with my life?
But you know what? Here's the thing: is you have the power to post pictures just like they do.
You're right.
And reflect back on memories that meant a lot. So it's not like they're doing a bad thing.
No, not at all.
But to the perceiver, it looks like, holy shit, I'm not posting this. Where are they? What are they doing? What are they doing right? I want to do that. Yeah. Right? And then we think, well, then I must be doing something wrong if I'm not there. You know, but that's our perception. That's our story that we have to change.
Exactly. So. And it's just recognizing that and acknowledging it so you can move forward and heal from it.
And have grace with yourself that you had that pattern, because we're all guilty of it. You're not a piece of crap just because you felt that way. You're human.
Right. And your highlights are coming. Your wedding day is coming. Your trip is coming. Like, don't worry.
Your significant other is coming. They're there. Your date nights are coming. Exactly. Your puppy is coming. Yeah.
Your new car.
Your new car. Your new job. Like, celebrate all that stuff. You don't have to just celebrate when you have a new purse or a new outfit. You know?
And if you want to, if you saved up to buy that Gucci bag, because I know I am, then you go on ahead. Yeah. You go ahead and you post that picture of your Gucci bag.
Please do, because I probably want it, and I won't know I want it till I see you having it.
That's your highlight.
Oh man, honestly, like, this is an interesting thing because it's not necessarily the producer's fault. You know what I mean? Like, the producer of the social media thing. It's not the person posting its fault for our mindset. No. It's our interpretation as humans. It's the consumer's mindset that's becoming dangerous. We're not shooting at anything at people who have thriving social medias. Like, that's awesome. Like, good for you. Post about your 2 week ago vacation. Like, keep posting those pictures. You can't post all of them at once. You know what I mean?
Right. Then you'll seem weird, you know? I get kind of like, wow, 15 pictures.
Still on vacation? Or they're like, just left 2 days ago, still enjoying, still looking at all these pictures. I love when I see someone posting a picture that they took weeks ago, right? Because you'll scroll on their feed and you'll see they posted it when they were there at the beach. But then they got another cute pic and they waited like 4 weeks or something to post it. And they'll just put like sun's out. Well, I don't even know. Sun's out, buns out would be like something if they were still there. But they'll put something like just living in my best self. Yeah. Like, and it's like they're reflecting back on a memory, which is fine. But I agree. If you posted like all 3 of those, some people do that for aesthetic, the 3 at a time.
Are you waiting for your vacation so you can post "Suns out, buns out"?
Yes.
You knew exactly what quote you wanted to say.
I've been working on these buns. I need my sons.
You're like, that's just a hypothetical one.
Just don't take that one because I'm going to use it. It's very original. Okay? I don't want you taking that one. I just opened up my journal, y'all, to this thing that, this is a great idea. So if you're having pressure in perfection in certain areas, if you could make a list of all the things that you think are already great about the situation, don't look at the negatives, only look at the positives, because holy shit, things I love about me.
That's sweet.
If you focused on, look how long this list is. Not really, I mean, I'm not trying to be like, it's so long, but like, wow. I came up with all of those things in a low time of myself. This was a low time. I could at least come up with all of that. You could definitely find, that's plenty for me to point out all the good things versus all of the wrong things with my mix, or whatever. There's there could be 3 things that jump out to me when I listen to it, but there's like 40 things here that I think are great about it.
Yeah.
So
and that's kind of, goes back to what I said earlier. It's just like focusing on the positives, and then that's an even better way to reinforce it is writing a list. Like that's a really good tactic there.
Yeah. So maybe I'm gonna try doing this. If you ever have pressure and perfection and you feel like something you're doing or some area of your life or some relationship or your job is not perfect enough, or your body, yourself, your love for yourself, write a list of all the things that you counteract that, and write a list of all the things that you love about that situation. Because I guarantee you can find at least 5, and then challenge yourself to go further, like every little thing. And that will overpower, or at least help you take the pressure off of trying to make it perfect, because it's already great or good enough.
And best part about it, once you send it off and release it, because you were too afraid to before because it wasn't perfect enough, you're done. You did it. There's no more stresses. It's done. It's out there, and you can move forward onto a new project now.
You're speaking in my ears right now. Like, this is straight for me, y'all. I'm just kidding. It's for you. But wow,
for
that's
all
true.
of us.
Yeah, for you too. I just want to be done with some things.
Oh, same here. Oh my God, guys.
I just want to be done.
I've been doing my real estate courses for about 7 months now. For these 3 classes for 7 months. I just want to be done with it. Like, I just keep putting it off because I'm like, oh, I'm afraid that, if I don't keep studying enough, I'm not going to do well on this test, the final exam.
That's the thing, is we have the time to finish these things and to work on them, but what are we so afraid of? If we can face that, we'll figure out why we're putting it off. We'll figure out why we're procrastinating. Why are you procrastinating?
I'm afraid of not doing well on this expensive test I have to pay for. My final, the final test to get my license to pay for the exam, it's scary.
What makes you think that you're not going to do well enough? What proof do you have?
There's no proof.
What's the worst thing that happens? You have to pay for the test again? Why is that so bad?
It's not bad. I have to wait 3 weeks to take it again, but
Only 3?
I can just study up again.
So y'all, speaking of perfectionism, procrastination, all of those reasons that we hold back from achieving our full potential, this book, courtesy of one of my childhood best friends, Catherine, I love you. It's called Awaken the Giant Within by ya boy, Tony Robbins. Awesome. I read the first 30 pages. I told myself 30 pages a day was my goal. The first 30 pages was the first chapter of this book to number 30. I was like, damn, how did what? Talk about greatness. So
wow.
I read the entire first chapter. I read the acknowledgments and the foreword and all of that. Great book. I felt so inspired already. Awesome. He basically did exactly what I did with you, where he talks about the feelings behind doing the tasks that you're putting off. What are those feelings that you're having towards them? They're obviously causing you to procrastinate. Why do you feel that way? Challenging those reasons that's causing you to procrastinate on them, and developing a new relationship with the task, and then you get it done.
To stem from Stephanie's point on the procrastination, he brought up something really good in the first chapter called dabbling, where he says people never really succeed in anything because they spend so much time just dabbling in little areas and they're never fully all in on anything. I feel like when you're dabbling in just little areas, it pauses that procrastination, because instead of saying I'm all in on this, you're gonna be like, well, I'm gonna dabble over here and this, and then I'm gonna go over here and dabble in that, and you never get anything done.
I have multiple things that I dabble in. Netflix being one of them.
Oh yeah, it's a big contributor.
Snacking when I'm not hungry being another one. Instagramming, checking on my phone being others. I definitely have time to do the things that scare me, and I'd rather stay in my comfort zone. I'd rather stay in my comfort zone and avoid. Also, if I don't have much energy, here's another thing that perfectionism done for you. If you don't have that much energy to do something and give it your all, you're gonna procrastinate because you're waiting till that moment when boom, inspiration, motivation, energy spikes.
Oh my god, I do that.
Never gonna come. News, okay? We all know that. And it might come. Every so often you go see a great movie and you come home inspired or whatever, or you watch a speech on Facebook that makes you cry at 7 in the morning.
Or you watch Tony Robbins on Netflix.
And you're like, I'm gonna do it all.
You should really watch it though. He came out with a new series. It's top notch.
Do we have to like give him copyright credit for talking about him so much? Tony, we love you.
We love you, Tony.
We hope you like us.
You're a hero.
Yes, you are. With a cape of lights.
He does look like Superman, not gonna lie.
He does. He has the jaw and everything. Wow. He should be Superman for Halloween.
I mean, it says more than 1 million copies sold. I feel like half of them was for his picture on the front.
Hey, you know that mustache. You right?
Wasn't for the book.
All right, listen. Totally professional. You look great, Tony.
You look awesome.
You look great.
Where were we?
I don't remember. Tony just struck me. One more thing I wanted to say about perfectionism. If you feel like you're struggling in any area of your life, especially with perfectionism or getting things done, try finding a podcast that literally speaks to you, that discusses those topics. Because for her and I, we have one podcast we love. It's called Earn Your Happy by Lori Harder. And her girl Evans is on it with her. They co-host together. They have questionably awesome episodes, which are hilarious.
Oh,
it's like inspiration and fun and laughter and diving deep, but in a light way. Honestly, when you surround yourself with things like that, it reprograms your brain to actually think that way. So find a podcast that works for you or a YouTube channel, something that you can listen to almost that can repeat subconsciously and help rewrite those beliefs and make those changes for you, apply to your life.
Oh, and this is also a side note about Lori Harder. She wrote a book called A Tribe Called Bliss, and she really stresses, whether you're male or female, but just finding a tribe of like 3 or 4 individuals that really resonate with you and support your ideas and your goals, because honestly, getting to somewhere is not just about letting go of perfection. It's about having that strong group of individuals that are going to push you along the way.
So true. That was like something I was going to mention next is like if you're unsure about where something is, like show it to your friends and your family, but you can't really do that unless you have a tribe of people around you that you trust. That's amazing. I love that.
And that book, it's a great way to start that because she literally gives you step-by-step directions on how to form your tribe, and then you guys just meet like weekly or bi-weekly, whatever works for you, and you sit down and discuss these topics that she has in her book. It's a really beautiful read. Thank you so much, Lori Harder, for writing that. I love mine. You guys should all try it and support Lori Harder.
Support Lori Harder. 2020. Whew. She's awesome though, truly. And honestly, like one of the reasons why I've been able to come so far in my self-help journey and like development is because of having you to help me and reflect like my thought processes with, challenge them. Sure. She doesn't always agree with me. I don't always agree with her. We challenge each other. We dive deeper. We think about things together. We express our emotions and our feelings and really dive into our beliefs. We ask each other questions. That's why we decided to start this, was because we're like, dang, maybe we should record what we're talking about deep.
We do. And, I like that we don't agree with each other all the time. And I love that we're comfortable enough to talk to each other about our disagreements without, like, going crazy.
Freaking out on each other, right?
Yeah, because it's okay to have different beliefs. Everyone has their own opinion and everyone's entitled to it.
Yep. Like my Auntie Peggy said, as 2 people are extremely alike, one of them is unnecessary. Definitely build your tribe of people. That's huge. And that will help you conquer perfectionism, procrastination, any negative things, patterns that you have. Look around you. What kind of friends are you surrounding yourself with? Can you change them? If not, if you can't get them on this self-help journey with you, build a new tribe. And you can start by going and getting Lori Harder's book, building your tribe. And you don't maybe have to do the weekly meetups, but if you can, 11 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
And we'll link all of these books below. And
we're not sponsored by her, by the way. We just really love her and Tony.
No, we're not sponsored by anyone. We just really, really love them, and we think that they could bring something great to your life. So,
like it did ours.
Give it a shot.
All right, y'all. I think we've pretty much talked talked about everything we can under perfectionism. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope that you got something out of it and enjoyed hanging out with us for a little bit. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, your family, comment on the video, tell us what you think, any takeaways that you got. Share this video on Facebook, tag your friends, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this from us in the future.
Oh yeah, and don't forget to ring that bell if you want notifications.
You want those notifications. You want that 2020 vision. Thanks for watching Lumi Nation. We'll see y'all again soon. Bye, Lumies.
Bye.
All right, ready?
Ready? Okay. Go, team, go.
Lights. And we are
Lumi Nation.
By the way, you have a little piece of pepper in your tea, but doesn't matter. I just wanted to tell you now in case.
It's okay. This is not about perfection. I'll be back.
Erase the whole video. Trash it with our journals and everything.
Sleepover. Get you on the flippity flip.
Sassafras.
Get you on the flippity flip, 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 flip.
Are we done?
We're done.
All right, and see.